Hey everyone, Darren here, aka Irish Latino Reacts, Irish on the bottom, Latin American on top, and today we are watching episode 13 of Firefly. So a little disclaimer on the timing of when I am actually recording this. Typically when I record my reaction to a Firefly episode, the previous episode has already gone up on YouTube, and thus I'm able to use a lot of YouTube comments as fuel for the intro of the next episode. Unfortunately, last week's episode 12, I got it up on a Patreon full length if you want it there, but the YouTube version, the edited version, there was a glitch and it got completely wiped from my hard drive right before I was going to upload it. And it was one of the most disappointing things that has happened to me, maybe even the most disappointing thing that's happened to me so far in my short YouTube reaction journey. But I still do have a couple of things to say in this intro, regardless of that misfortune. Now, I was pretty critical of last episode 12, definitely way more so than I've ever been critical of a Firefly episode. And my main point is that I thought they took the trope too far of knowing the plan before the audience, which they've done plenty of times. But the issue was, I thought the plan included Tracy getting the gun and overhearing Book telling Mal, we got to turn the kid in, and Tracy quasi taking Kaylee hostage, and then them shooting him, and then how they dealt with the feds. I thought all of that was included in so-and-so plan, and I thought that went a little bit too far. But right away, a Patreon supporter of mine said, no, you're putting too much of what was in the plan. A lot of that was not planned out. The only part of the plan was how they would deal with the feds, i.e. realizing that since they're not trying to contact that fed station that's in their vicinity, the crew can assume that these fed guys are pursuing Tracy and his organs kind of as a side hustle, and they don't have the backing of the federal government, and they don't have the jurisdiction. So when they come onto the dock of the ship and say, hey, you guys are all in a bunch of trouble for smuggling these organs, that's not exactly true. So, okay, just that being part of the plan, how they were dealing with the feds, fine. I misconstrued the situation. But then I got to thinking about it, and even if just that part was the plan, and Tracy grabbing a gun and taking Kaylee hostage and him getting shot was not, I still have one criticism to point out, or one writing flaw, and you guys let me know if you agree. If that's the case, that the way they dealt with the feds was the plan, there presumably must have been an off-camera conversation between Book and Mal when Book compounds on the fact, like we see him say, hey, I don't know why they're not contacting this fed station right here. But then off screen, he must compound on the fact that, well, wait, Mal, they're probably not calling for backup at this supposedly friendly station because they don't want their presence known, and thus they're doing this as a side hustle, and they don't, like I just said, they don't have the backing of any federal government. So if we can get the guns on them and, power in numbers, which they did, they're going to back down. That must have all happened off camera because that's the plan. And, I get it. They don't want the audience to know that plan. So that happening off camera, fine. If that's true, though, why on camera do we see Book telling Mal, hey, this is not worth it. We got to turn the kid in. We got to turn the kid in. Don't you see how that doesn't work if the off-camera conversation I just described happened first, and then we see Book saying, hey, we gotta turn the kid in, which is what Tracy overheard. and that's when Tracy pulls the gun. And so in all of the other subsequent events occurred, there's no time after Tracy pulls that gun for the off-screen conversation I described to happen after. It has to happen before, which once again makes book-telling Mal, we got to turn the kid in, nonsensical. And that was only written in to subvert expectations for the audience. So I still think that's a flaw in the writing of last episode. You guys let me know if you agree or disagree. Once again, I love this show. This is probably, or last episode was probably easily my least favorite. And I found a lot of critical things to say about it, but there were still a lot of great things about it too. Don't get me wrong. The other smaller points of criticism I had about last episode was the acting by Tracy's actor. And it really became glaring when he pulled that gun and tensions rose and, he had to act panicked and this and that. I didn't really like it. So just let me know if you agree with that sentiment or not as well. I'd like to thank all of my Patreon supporters for always supporting me. If you'd like to join them and gain access to full-length reactions early, you can find a link down in the description below. I also, for those of you who do not know, some of you do if you're familiar with my channel, but I am reacting to The Expanse as a Patreon only. I did the first 2 seasons on YouTube as well, but for various reasons, I couldn't continue putting the time in to edit them for YouTube, but I have continued on the Patreon side of things. I just uploaded season 4, episode 6, so you can catch up on a lot of stuff really quickly for just the $5 a month for that top tier. There's also a dirt cheap $1 a month tier, which is there just for the sake of supporting me, but you'll get guaranteed engagement on all comments you leave on any of my edited videos. I also upload various Patreon exclusive videos, this and that, musings of my life, a little background of how I make this channel. There's a wide variety of what I put up from a Patreon exclusive standpoint. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed, please really consider doing so. It helps out the channel so much. I know you hear that from every channel, but it's so much more true for mine, for such a small one, like mine, I should say. And leave a like as well, and leave a comment down below, letting me know what you thought not only of this episode, but of my reaction to it. So, without further ado, let's get into the penultimate episode of Firefly, episode 13. Woman singing in foreign language. Oh. Cool little zoom in on the surface we don't usually get. House of tinfoil. Guess that reflects the heat, keeps it cool inside, perhaps? Nice. The juxtaposition right there is great. Horses and a hovercraft. Can't beat it, only this show. Definitely like the kind of the chanting musical vibes.
Get inside.
Very Arabian Nights.
Go. We ain't open for business.
Oh, I know that actress. Oh, I know that
We
actor.
don't trade with it all, Rance Burgess. You're no longer welcome in this establishment. You've been told that.
Ranch
I've been
Burgess.
told a great many things.
He's on Lost.
I'm here for what's mine.
Ain't nothing here belongs to you.
Find a girl.
She ain't here.
Okay. Looking for a girl. Found a girl. So this actor's playing another dick.
Pedaline.
Guess he's typecasted.
It's a good thing you haven't left with my baby.
This baby ain't yours.
So you keep saying.
Pedaline.
If this DNA is a match with mine, I will be back for my baby.
Okay, so they had sex, presumably.
If I have to, I'll cut it out of you.
That is dark.
He'll do it too. He'll do what he says.
No, he won't. We won't allow it.
There's not a soul on this moon go up against Rance Burgess.
She's right. Ain't nobody strong enough. Even if there was, who'd help us?
I'm guessing I know a band of people who might help.
Hi. Sorry. Didn't even get startled.
You didn't. I was just, Wah! That's more like it's a warrior, like, strikes fear into the hearts of...
In that case, Every well-bred petty crook knows that the small concealable weapons always go to the far left of the play setting.
Got a distress call coming in. Some folks asking for help.
Really?
Well,
Maybe I should take that right away.
well, it's for her.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, that kind of makes sense. You know, it was like a
This
house full of.
distress wouldn't happen to be taking place in someone's parents, would it?
House full of females. Maybe Inara has some history with this place on that moon. Not to project at all. Man, how many more times am I gonna watch this? My favorite shot still, once again, is the one of River. It definitely helps that it shows up when the lyrics come back.
I'm imposing, but I got no one else to ask.
It sounds like something this crew can handle. I can't guarantee they'll handle it particularly well, but
They've got
Yeah.
guns and brains at all.
they've got guns.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Payment won't be a problem. We just ain't equipped for this.
Andy, it's gonna be all right.
Who'd have thought we'd both end up all the way out here?
Who'd have thought?
Let me know what your people say.
Of course.
Yeah. They'll bungle it once or twice, but they always pull through.
I suppose you heard most of that.
Only because I was eavesdropping.
Dropping some eaves.
Confounded old Samwise Gamgee!
Friend sounds like she's in a peck of trouble.
She is. And there's no authority on that moon she can go to. They're totally alone.
Some men might take advantage of that.
One man.
And she's looking for someone to come along and explain things to her. A whole house full of companions.
They're not companions. They're whores.
Oh, interesting. Coming from
Oh, you
Inara.
didn't much care for that word.
Yeah.
Lies. They're not registered with the guild. They're...
Independent.
Yes.
Independent companions. You still don't have to use the
If you
term
agree
whore.
to do this, you'll be compensated. I'll see to it. I've put a little
You
aside.
can keep your money. Won't be needing no payment.
Oh, that's nice, Mel. What do you want, though?
Well, I'll contact Nandy at once, but you will be paid. Feel it's important that we keep ours strictly a business arrangement.
Okay, good. Keeping that boundary there.
I'll speak with the crew.
And maybe there wasn't some ulterior motive that Mal wanted to do this. Not that it would be a nefarious motive, but just something.
Must see the benefit in getting involved in strangers' troubles without an upfront price negotiated.
These people need assistance. The benefit wouldn't necessarily be for you.
That's what I'm saying.
No one's gonna force you to go, Jane. As has been stated, this job is strictly speculative.
Good. Don't know these folks. Don't much care to.
Volunteer only.
I'm in.
Damn it, Jane. Bad timing.
That's the whorehouse?
Yes.
How come it looks like a frozen dinner pack?
Yeah.
Solar sheeting. Cheap power.
Oh, okay.
Nandy, darling.
So good to see you, Mimi.
Nandy, this is Malcolm Reynolds.
I appreciate your coming.
Well, any friend of Inara's is a strictly business-like relationship of mine.
Can I start getting sexed already?
Well,
Jane.
that was kind of horrific.
Can we talk business?
In here. The rest of you, there's food and some liquor at the sideboard. Make yourselves to home.
Oh, liquor. Let's go. Come on. Everyone else gets sauced up. I want to see it.
Look, they got boy whores.
You really lie with someone being paid for it?
Well, it's not like anyone else is lining up to, examine me.
You'd be the doctor?
Yes. This is Pedaline.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get you lying down.
That's a plan.
Shepard,
No, thank you.
We were
Behind the
hoping
bar.
we might have a prayer meeting, but I asked Shepard to come by with springtime, and he only read the one passage, and he took it out in trade off both of us. Wash, tell me I'm pretty.
Were I unwed, I would take you in a manly fashion.
Good job, Wash.
Because you're pretty.
Good job,
I take it
Wash.
reason doesn't enter into this?
Not with Rance Burgess. The man is a taker.
You think the kid is his?
I think it's Pedaline's. His barren prairie shrew can't bear him an heir, so he takes it into his head to pull it out of us. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he sounds like a fun guy. I'd like to meet him. Well, I'm gonna fight a man who helps to size him up.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be at the theater tonight. That's a certainty.
For theater.
Why? Inara, think you can stoop to being on my arm?
Will you wash it first?
So I told the boy, you take a clean woman's virtue, you take the woman, and that's for life. And the boy said his vows right then and there.
Oh, it's nice to know there's some places left in the verse where old-fashioned values still mean a thing.
I don't think I know you.
Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Reynolds. And might I just say, she is quite a beauty.
Well, thank you. Ever had occasion to handle one of these, Mr. Reynolds?
Whoa.
Silk trigger, active return bolt laser.
Didn't think weapons such as this were generally legal. For a private owner, I mean. I think I understand you.
And as you say, she is a beauty.
She sure is. Of course, I was referring to the lady.
Okay, he was. I wasn't sure if he was referring to the gun, but good.
You said you wanted to look him in the eye. You've done that. So, what's the plan?
The plan is we get back to Serenity and we get off this rock just as fast as
Oh, he didn't like what he saw.
Rance?
The DNA matches. The child is mine.
Okay, I feel like there could be a twist coming where that's not true. I don't know why the person on the other side of the line would lie.
Math just don't add up. Our weapon stores aren't exactly overpowering.
He didn't like the gun.
Much
Okay.
like what we'd be up against. Won't stop till he gets what he thinks is his. So we run.
I understand, Captain Reynolds. You have your people to think of, same as me. And this ain't your fight.
I don't believe you do understand, Andy.
Wants to take all you with him.
I said, we run. We, my people, your people, and whatever bits of precious you got in this house you can't bear to part with. We load up Serenity, and we leave Burgess in the dust.
Magnanimous offer, Nandy, right?
Captain Reynolds, it took me years to cut this piece of territory out of other men's hands. To build this business up from nothing.
Nandy.
It's who I am, and it's my home. I'm not going anywhere.
He'll kill you. Kill every last one of them. It comes to that.
And I won't let any man take what's mine.
Oh, hell, he ain't expecting much of a fight. Might be we catch him with his drawers low.
He'll probably ride in by daylight. But I figure 3-point watch, say 4-hour shift, just to be on the safe side.
3-point, 4-hour, should do it.
Do you get what 3-point means, Wash? Not that I do.
Been following the footsteps of a carpenter for some time now.
Ha.
I think I can do something about our fortifications.
Don't you tan?
Oh, it's starting.
Oh, wow. River
Okay,
picked up
starting.
on,
All right,
on that.
Everybody relax.
I got this one, Captain.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what Carpenter book was talking about. I'm just kidding. Jesus, please save my dying son, miracle. I could also use a couple new shelves. Jokes are
bad and you should feel bad. There's people gonna die. And with people dying comes guts and screaming. That can bring on all sorts of screwed up behavior a person ain't used to it. When the time comes, most important thing, keep your wits about you. Clear?
That's good advice.
I shoot, I run out, you hand me the next biggest one, and so on. Is there an understanding here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Let's get to work.
Yeah, I mean, Jane's getting what he wants out of it, but like that was definitely a very good
We're
plan.
living pretty deep in the rough and tumble, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Nor do I.
Well, I'm not sure now is the best time to bring a tiny little helpless person into our lives.
That excuse is getting a little worn, honey.
It's not an excuse,
No.
dear. It's objective assessment. I can't help that it stays relevant.
I don't give a good go-around about relevant, Wash, or objective. And I ain't so afraid of losing something that I ain't gonna try to have it. You and I would make one beautiful baby.
Okay, so this must be an
And I wanna
ongoing
limp that
conversation.
child one day.
Ah, man. Good, character building there. So close to the end. Sucks.
Truth is, I expected a whole lot more of you to be taking payment in our trade.
Well, we're an odd conglomeration.
This is my favorite.
What's its history?
Violence and crime, sad to say.
Huh.
What about you?
Similar.
No, I mean, when are you planning to avail yourself of some of our trade? My girl's is clean and kind-spirited.
Well, I got the job on my mind.
Yeah, why are you asking him about this
After,
now?
I'm sure I'll trade. Never like complications.
Oh, I'm certain of that.
Something to be smiling
Yeah, she's
at.
taking a fancy to him.
I trained as a companion, remember? I read people pretty well. She's a hell of a woman, ain't she? Anara.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a cherry blossom, no deny. Expect you know her better than I do. Coming up together and all.
Imagine I do. She was special.
Okay, guess I'm
There's
wrong.
40 women in House Madrasa, and you'd pick her out in a second. She's like you more than a little.
And how exactly is that?
She hates complications.
Okay. That's why she kept it
Up though, don't they?
strictly business,
Such is life.
this little endeavor.
It should be pretty quick, but don't try to force it. The contractions are still preliminary.
What's he saying?
It's gonna be a little while, sweetie.
Oh, but child wants to be born, I know it.
How many babies have you actually delivered?
This would be the first. You?
My first two.
There's no point asking that now, Inara. Just, like, listen to Simon.
It's gonna be a long night.
Great, Doctor.
Who do you think is in there?
Take shots
Always at
together.
practice. You never stop practicing, you know, not a true companion. So I trucked out to the border, learned to say ain't, came to find work. Found this place. It was a dung heap. Run by a pig who had half the girls strung out on drops. There's no guild out here. They let the men run the houses and they don't ask for references. We didn't get along.
I don't mind this episode's slowness right now. I really don't. Like, I don't mind it, the action being still in front of us.
Well, it takes more than a few drinks to render my judgment blurry. What about you?
Is this gonna happen?
Am I getting any prettier?
By the minute.
If this happens and Inara finds out, okay.
Yeah, I should check the barricades, make sure everyone's ready.
Everyone's asleep.
I should have known. Now, this isn't happening.
Night before a fight.
Miss Nandy, I have a confession to make.
Maybe I should get the shepherd.
Well, I ain't sinned yet. I'd feel a little more than awkward if he were here when I did.
You expect to accomplish something sinful then, do you?
If I'm overstepping my bounds, you let me know.
Malcolm, I've been waiting for you to kiss me since I showed you my guns.
Okay, wrong again. I don't think they're gonna have sex, but...
Okay with this?
I'm just waiting to see if I pass out.
From Saffron.
So, my child.
My child.
How long has it been since your last confession?
Okay, alright, I was like, where is she going with that?
Wouldn't I care to say?
You gonna remember where everything goes?
Let's just say I plan to take it real slow.
Is this a twist? Something gonna happen? Are they... Okay. Wrong again. Nice and sweaty. Once again, I do not mind the slowness of this episode at all. I think it's actually kind of refreshing. Like, very little action so far. Next to no action, I would argue. And of course, we'll get some action, but it doesn't have to be long. I hope it's not this long, drawn-out gunfight like a, Tarantino movie.
So the horse got herself a champion, has she? This great man got a name?
How does he know?
Reynolds. Malcolm
A
Reynolds.
little mole.
Yes, I've met the man. How many has he got with him?
Just a few. And only 2 real fighters besides himself. But they got the girls stirring for a battle.
I certainly wasn't expecting a battle. Seems the Heart of Gold's got itself a few mercenaries.
Okay, that's
Guess
what
we best
their
call the whole thing off.
conglomerate is called. Article.
Earned yourself quite a bag of silver, little kid.
You rat, you snake.
A few more chores in mind before you get in. Now, Shari here. She understands a whore's place, don't she? But Nandy and those others, they spit on our town. They've no respect for the sanctity of fatherhood. They have my child held hostage to their decadent ways, and that I will not abide. We will show them what their position in this town is. Let us all remember, right here and now, what a woman is to a man.
Gross. Gross. Shari, what did you do?
Get on your knees.
In front of everyone? Wow. I'm curious how Shari got into the yoke underneath Ranch. Was she a mole already before? And, always, kind of scouting out the Heart of Gold? Or did she recently come to him thinking, oh, I could get some money out of this by warning him?
Well,
I just had to tell Nandy about,
While I'm buttoning my shirt up.
big fight today.
Well, please.
So
So you took to bed with Nandy. I'm glad. She's a dear friend and probably in need of some comfort about now.
Well, I just didn't want you thinking...
Thinking what?
That I was taking advantage of your friend.
She's well worth taking advantage of. I sincerely hope you did.
Well, that's a good sentiment by Mal.
So, you're okay. Well, yeah, why wouldn't you be?
I wouldn't say I'm entirely okay. I'm a little appalled at her taste.
Okay, well, that kind of just goes against everything you just said, Inara. I don't know. Battle's coming, gotta stop snuggling. All right, she hit that well. I really didn't expect this. Aw, Nora.
Wash, you there yet? I'm just hoping for some air support from your quarter is all.
Couple of low flyovers, engines tipped earthward at full blast. Should give our guests something other than killing you to think about.
It seemed a little funny to you at breakfast this morning.
Oh, Kaylee, we all know I'm the funny one.
Yeah, no, I mean, Serenity flying overhead definitely is going to be
Gentlemen, locked and loaded?
a huge advantage.
Yes, sir.
I forget, so the Serenity does not have...
Cover, live horse, great pile of panic.
It's not a gunship, right?
That is just plain dirty.
Jane, you are aware your radio's transmitting? Because I don't feel particularly girlish or dirty at the moment.
Up here waiting. Yeah, ready 100%.
I don't feel particularly girlish or dirty at the moment. Is she still in labor? Oh, poor girl.
Honey, I can feel it in your grip.
All night.
Try to lean
Oh.
with me. This is just a moment in time. Step aside and let it happen.
That's good advice.
How is she, Doctor?
She's at 10 centimeters. Not long now.
Inara, I thought it was just him that...
Just
Andy, believe me, I'll be fine.
Got like some Mad Max, but on like a much smaller scale. 10% of Mad Max. That guy is what reminded me of Mad Max, but like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction.
I'd like you best on the balcony with me. You can see everyone from up there. And if anything
You didn't
goes-
give me the whole truth, man, about her feelings for you.
I really don't know.
Looks like we got some imminent
Don't
violence.
bring that up now, Nandy. Mal's like, I want that hovercraft. Ranch looks like a doofus in those glasses.
Gotta be 30 men out there.
Confirm that, plus a mounted gun on that hovercraft.
What's that you said about running for it?
Okay, folks.
Uh-oh.
We got no shortage of ugly riding in on us, but that don't change the plan.
Anybody here goes down, you drag him to the back and get back to shooting.
This is cool. I like this kind of standoff. Definitely haven't had an episode like this before. Wash, hurry up.
Trading injuries in under 2 minutes. Like my sky a little less empty.
Copy that, Mal.
Oh no. Oh, Serenity's infiltrated. What? How did they get on the ship? How can someone just get on the ship who's not part of the crew? Oh, nice. All right. They should have dug some trenches for the horses to fall into. That's the guy you got to take out first. He doesn't have infinite ammo. Let him shoot, I guess.
Jane, I do believe that's our first hurdle. You might.
All right. I was wondering if they had a sniper, or is that a Vera? Couldn't tell. Oh, Zoe, I do not like how exposed you are. Oh, there's Shari? Now why is she there? Well, I shouldn't ask why. Oh no, not one of the male whores. What is Kaylee gonna try and drive?
Where the hell is my spaceship?
Ooh, that was a cool little slow shot. Ooh. Whoa, alright, here we go. See what she can do. Oh man.
Look, Zoe, second hurdle.
Definitely. Does Book have a gun? What is he doing?
That's it, pedaling. One more push. That's the shoulders.
Oh, Bush has the hose. I mean Bush. Book has the hose. I guess that would like disturb the horses, right? Getting sprayed with water like that, I presume.
Jane, I lost visual on Burgess.
Don't tell me he's coming up from the rear. Shari's letting him in from the back. Oh, just wanna. what's Wash's angle here? He's gonna trap him in a compartment. Okay. Alright, draw him away from the... Kaylee's gonna close the other door. Trap him in. But I think I'm right. I'm right that Kaylee has to drive the ship now. Because Wash is in the engine room. Yep.
It's a boy. Healthy.
I'd like to... Oh.
Good morning, Petalina. How's my boy?
What timing? Pound Ranch.
Most of your men are either dead, dying, or run off.
Okay.
That don't matter none. I got what I came here for. This is my blood, woman.
No.
Yep.
This is your blood. Now you hand that child over nice and slow, or I'll spill more than you can spare.
Okay. Alright. Oh, Nandy, no. No. Oh. She gone? Gotta go after Burgess. Did he get the baby back? Give me that horse. Does he have the baby? I guess I can't tell. Doesn't seem like he does. Does it take double A's or triple A's? Oh, you should have just threw him off and stayed on the hovercraft yourself. I know you want that hovercraft, Mal. All right.
You're gonna pay for what you took. She was just a whore. Petalina! You bring my baby out right now! You hear me? I want to see my son!
So he didn't have him. Why would you even oblige this? Unless she's gonna execute him right there.
Say hi to your dad.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. All right.
Say goodbye to your daddy, Jonah.
Haha, yeah. Yeah, Petalina.
You go with them.
Yeah, she knew. Okay. Love this song.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see.
I think those girls will do all right.
She taught them well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who the next leader's gonna be for them.
I'm glad you were with her. Her last night. I am.
Yeah, well, I ain't. Yeah, I wish I never met her. And I wouldn't have failed her.
That wasn't the way of it.
You didn't fail her.
It's a kindness. But nothing you see will convince me different.
Well, I'm still glad.
Nora, I ain't looking for anything from you. Just feeling kind of truthsome right now. Life's just too damn short for ifs and maybes.
What's he gonna say?
I learned something from Nandy. The family she made. The strength of her love for them. It's what kept them together. When you live with that kind of strength, you get tied to it. You can't break away. And you never want to. There's something I should have done a long while ago. And I'm sorry for both of us that it took me this long. I'm leaving.
I had a feeling. Yes. I wanted them to end it right there, and they did. Yes. Good job, Firefly. Oh, I am so looking forward to talk about that episode. Let's fucking do it. All right, great bounce back episode of Firefly. I don't recall too many people saying, or if any, saying that episode 13 was their favorite or one of their favorites. But spoiler alert, I can see it getting higher up on my ranking of episodes that I'm going to do, higher than where other people might slot it. So we'll see where it ends up. But I definitely loved the vibes of this episode. I mentioned a couple times during the reaction that I like its slower pace. I'm curious if people rank this episode lower, if they were to. Is that a reason? Well, for me, I thought it was a nice change of pace versus a lot of other Firefly episodes where the action, I would say, starts at least before we hit the halfway point, and I'd have to look back, but where the action started as far as, the 43-minute length episode is concerned. But yeah, I'm glad we got a lot of time to slow down. Western setting once again, but this is kind of a different vibe of it, right? Where it's a standalone house. They board up the walls and we have this standoff. But before I get to the standoff, I'll continue on. I like how we saw all of the different characters have different things to do, different relationships to build in this Heart of Gold. We have, of course, Simon and River taking care of Padaline and her baby and the delivery there. We have Jane doing his thing. I definitely liked Book in this episode. I liked how he was behind the bar, like kind of all of a sudden doing, helping out any way he can, because of course he's not interested in anything that the girls around him have to offer. And of course it struck him that the last preacher that was there only did a single sermon or read a single passage, whatever it was. And then as payment, he took, some of the girls, which is just, pretty gross for a preacher to do. That goes without saying. And let's see. Anara, of course, with her relationship with Nandi, and that's how this all started. And then Mal with Nandi, and I was really surprised that they ended up having sex. And I was doubly surprised that there wasn't any twist there. I'm actually very glad that was on the straight and narrow. It wasn't like Nandi had any ulterior motive of sleeping with Mal and whatnot. And then subsequently seeing Anara cry and have it affect her so greatly, it was powerful to see. Another thing that subverted my expectations. So even though this episode was slow for the most part, it doesn't mean that there weren't twists or little things that I didn't expect or didn't see coming. So I thought that was definitely done. Who else? So Wash and Kaylee were kind of on their own a little bit. I loved Wash's line about, like, if I was unmarried, I'd take you the way a man should or whatever. It's like, because I'm pretty? I'm like, because you're pretty. Kaylee being interested in the boy companions is just a peak of comedy as well. So definitely a lot of funny moments in this episode, which it's Firefly, so that's to be expected. Not saying anything groundbreaking there, but okay. And then we get to the standoff, and once again, we have gunfights in this series galore already, but this standoff was a different flavor. You got this caravan of people on horses riding up with the one hovercraft, and douchey Ranch Burgess with his douchey goggles, and the guy on the railgun on top. I know the railgun's not the right word, but like the Mad Max type thing on the back of the hovercraft was funny. And then you have the crew with all of the independent companions. I'll use that term. I won't use the other term that surprisingly Anara used at the beginning of the episode. And just the scene, or once again, I keep using the word setting. I apologize. I sound like a broken record. Well, with the windows boarded up with only gun holes and whatnot. Really cool. Really cool. We have the snake, Shari. I already forget. She tipped off Ranch, and I posed this question in the reaction, but I'll pose it again today, again right now. And you guys let me know your opinion. Was she, at least before any of this episode happened, was she already a mole, a rat within Nandy's guild? Or did she see what was happening, the events of this episode, and came up with the idea to approach Ranch because she saw that she could get something out of it by tipping him off that Nandy has hired mercenaries? So I don't know. I could go either way, I guess, on the surface, or maybe I missed something that would answer that question. You guys let me know down in the comments below. And all right, Ranch gets his comeuppance. I'm glad. Really love that it was Padaline who shot him, execution style. Say hi to your father, Jonah. Say goodbye to your father, Jonah. So that was great. That was excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. And then let's talk about another thing that I wanted right at the end. So Anara and Mal have that conversation at the end. And did I think she was going to kiss him? Not really. Maybe there was a split second of that, but I really did feel that she was going to say, I'm leaving. So I was right about that. I didn't vocalize it. I didn't want to interrupt that scene very much at all. But yeah, I could see that coming, but it doesn't make it any less poetic from a narrative standpoint, from a storytelling standpoint. Doesn't make it any less powerful. I thought it was great. And then they ended the episode right where I wanted them to end. I know there was this was an intro of the Expanse on my Patreon, but there was one where I kind of railed on whether they're shows or movies or episodes or movies that they don't end. They end too late. There's a point where you can end it and then you get a little more, which is unnecessary, and it makes the entire idea of the movie's ending or show's ending weaker for it. Cut it off, leave them wanting more, and that's what this episode did right there. And I was so glad they did it. You saw my reaction right at the end there. So yeah, like I said, great bounce back episode for Firefly. We only got one more, and it's breaking my heart. And I know there's the movie, but I'm going to have a lot of stuff to say about this series, and not only in the next episode. And like I said, I'll be doing a ranking video, and I'll be adding some other things in that video as well. I've got a few ideas knocking around in my head, so wait for that. Expect that. And then, of course, I'll react to the movie. Thank you for watching this reaction with me here on YouTube. Like I said at the beginning, if you are not yet subscribed, please really consider doing so. It helps out the channel so much. I know everyone says that, but it's so much more true for such a small channel as mine. Also, leave a like, leave a comment down below, letting me know not only what you thought of this episode, but of my reaction to it. All right, everyone. I will catch you all in the next reaction.